Yo-ho! This is Thabreakmasta, and I'm back again doing a Tiger and Bunny review. It's another show I'm going to be reviewing now. Yes. So let's just jump right into it. This is going to be a pretty short review because there's not too much going on in this episode. Because basically this whole episode is showing the daily life of Tiger and Bunny. Barnaby Brooks Jr. and Tiger dude. I can't really remember his actual name, but I just call him by Tiger. Well, it just basically goes like this, and it just starts off with them doing the simulation of training and stuff, and then they can't agree on which way to go, right or left, and Barnaby wanted to go right, and Tiger wanted to go left. So Tiger went left and got shot in the head, and that was just a simulation. So I thought he died like in the first. I was like, what already? So that's what the first start of the episode. And I was like, whoa, so he died already, but it was just a simulation of training and stuff. Like guys need to work together and stuff, and they just couldn't work together. And basically, he ended up going to the office, and Barnaby ends up leaving because he's not the problem. It's Tiger, and Tiger needs to work with Barnaby and stuff, and they're trying to relate. So this TV show thingy is going on, showing the daily life of Tiger and Bunny, the two superheroes. And so Tiger can't really say anything nice about Barnaby, and when they first start off their little show and stuff, and they're all asking other heroes about who Barnaby is, and then the guy's like, "I'd like to thank you, and thank you again." Because that one, I don't remember that dude. That guy's stupid though. That's this freaking catchphrase, so he keeps saying that. But Tiger, he couldn't say anything good about him, and then they was all like, "Well, you gotta see something about him, about your partner, and all that stuff." He's like, "I don't feel like it. If I ain't got nothing to say, I ain't got nothing to say." So, and he didn't really get to say anything, and then he had to end up having to, like, showing a little bit of Barnaby's past in some sense of some stuff, and then they're all following him everywhere, and Barnaby and stuff. And he's like, "Well, you guys gonna follow me all day?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, we need to get some daily lives with you and stuff." So, yeah, he ends up doing that. He ends up showing all this stuff, and then Tiger was trying to get Barnaby to go with him. Barnaby's like, "Something wrong with you? Why are you trying to do this for? What's wrong with you?" And then the camera people are there, and he's like, he's like, "You guys gotta go work out together and do this stuff." So they end up driving that car that they have, the motorcycle, and then Tiger and Bunny just driving and stuff, and then getting feeling while that happened, going to a whole bunch of places. A lot of funny stuff happens, and then they want to going into this museum. This is where all the action starts. You go into this museum, and then he likes Mr. Legend. He has a Mr. Legend statue over there, and Tiger's like, "Oh, I want to go there." So he was happy to go there and get to see Mr. Legend's statue, but he couldn't get to see it for too long, which is a sad thing because he really wanted to see it. So he ends up going to the elevator, but right before the elevator happened, there was this black guy. I don't like that. This is the only part I was like, because at the end of the episode, it's kind of funny what Tiger says. And I was like, Well, I wasn't thinking like that though. I was just playing. I was out to say it though. But he was a black dude, and he's like, "Oh, I'll just oil on the cables." He's like, "I'm just done now." And it's like the place has already been made, and everything should be working. So why did he do that? So Tiger was already suspicious that something went on. So when they end up going to dinner, and they talking, and then freaking Barnaby's like, "Hey, what's that over there?" And and then Tiger's like, "Well, you can just look over there yourself." And then because the camera's looking on him, he has to act all nice. So he's like, "Okay." He looks over there, and then he's like, and they point at a building basically, and then Tiger's like, "Well, that's a building." Then, and the next one next to it is a building. The next one after is a building. And if you look down, it's a building. Everything's a building. And it's like, it just feels like kind of jerkish. And it's like, why don't you just tell? And then the girl's like, "Why don't you just tell them what the building is?" And he's like, "I don't even know what the buildings are called or themselves." And then boom, something happens. And they end up finding this bomb that was somewhere, which was basically at that cable line where the elevator was, where that black guy was at. So he ended up putting that bomb there, and so Tiger knew that, so he ended up rushing all the way over there already to make sure it's there. And then he ends up, and Barnaby ends up trying to get the people out, and then Tiger comes back and gets Barnaby, and then the people wanted to follow Tiger and Barnaby and stuff, but but Tiger didn't want them to go, and he's like, "I gotta save you guys first. You guys are just the citizens. Your guys are no exception." And so he ends up actually filming it because the girl gives him. Barnaby tells him to give the camera to Tiger so he can film it. And so they ends up actually filming the whole bomb sequence and stuff going on in action with Barnaby trying to defuse the bomb. And when he gets to the last part of it where he had to cut the top wire or the bottom wire, and he didn't know which one to cut, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know what to do, and stuff." And he's like, don't use your logic stuff that you always do. And it's like, I can't really do that. And then like, I ain't gonna lie, no stupid instincts and stuff like that. And then as it happens, like there's like 10 seconds left. They ended up fusing powers, like they start glowing. And then Tiger's like, up. And so Tiger ends up punching up out of the whole roof. And then Barnaby kicks the bomb up in the air, and then it explodes. And then they save the day, basically. And it's like, that's the first time they ever actually worked together. And then they're all talking about it. And it's like, don't get too hasty about this stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's like, it's just very interesting. I like how that happened. And then, you know, they finally seem they working together. And I'm hoping they get to work a little bit better together, because, you know, this show's pretty good. But the episode's really good. Animation's work is still beautiful as it is. And at the end of the episode, Tiger says, well, as I said, it was kind of funny. I wasn't thinking like, oh, it's racist, you know. I was just saying, it was just kind of funny when he said it. He's like your average bad guy, because one of his friends was there, and he's like, so who was the bad guy? He's like, well, he's like your average bad guy, and he was a black dude. And I was like, I'm just kidding though. I'm just kidding. But it was kind of funny to say that, you know. But it was a good episode nonetheless. And yeah, to the next review. This has been the Thabreakmasta. Break out.